Okay, why don't we just start?
What are we talking about?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Casey and I were talking about conspiracy theories.
A lot of
theorists.
conspiracy theories.
So obviously, there's all the Boston conspiracy theorists now.
Oh God, already?
Yeah.
About what?
Casey, you tell it. Tell them about the police thing.
Those are not police in Boston, because you know how they politely asked everyone to stay indoors. That was a demand from the government. That was martial law, and those Boston police, those heroes, that, stop all this nonsense. They're now being referred to as stormtroopers by the conspiracy talk show hosts, including the Glenn Becks.
Because they asked people to stay indoors.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't get blowed up.
What are they trying to hide, man?
Right, exactly.
What are they trying to cover up?
So, it's
they weren't hiding anything. They were TV crews. Oh my God.
It's like if there was a hurricane coming to Tampa, and they say, hey, you know what? There's a hurricane. It's going to blow everything away. It's
You should
going to
stay
kill
indoors.
everyone. You should stay inside. Oh, those government, them governments,
stormtrooper man!
martial law. What's going on here? What's going to happen next?
It's like if you come home to your house on fire and the firefighters are like, please, you can't go into there to get your things. Well, why not? What are you trying to hide?
I saw this thing on CNN where they were trying to get closer to the action, and the cops came and pushed them away because they said, because the cops first came and said, you can't be so close. This is when the guy's in the boat, right? You can't be too close to the scene. And they said, well, why not? And they're like, okay, step back behind the line, please. Please, I'm just trying to do my job.
Fucking fascists.
So they sneak around the back, right? They find a spot where they can get some video of it. The cops find them and they say, you have to leave here. You're in the crossfire zone. When we start shooting, you're going to get hit by bullets.
That's baloney reasoning. No, they were doing it to stifle the media's freedom of press.
The cameras go back and the reporter comes on screen and says, well, you heard it right there. They had to move us out of the way because we could have gotten shot. And all I'm thinking is, wow, that's a really good use of that cop's time to have to chase down reporters and make sure they don't get shot by the police.
That's the thing, is you're
retarded.
You're looking at it wrong. He was not there to protect anyone or to keep the news crew safe. He was obviously there to stifle their First Amendment rights.
Yeah.
How can you be so blind and ignorant to this?
That's fine. I think we just occasionally shoot one reporter so they learn a lesson.
Yeah.
The other thing is that all of this is also getting us ready to where, things like this will be like, we had to shut down the entire city and there were lots of people in danger and lots of police officers were in harm's way. Maybe these drones that we're starting to use will be great to use here at home for things like this. That's another thing they're freaking out about, that this is all going to bring about regular drone usage every day, like when somebody, runs a red light or something.
Bank robbery. Yeah, don't chase them. Let's drone them.
You have all seen Terminator 2.
Yeah, that's what's coming, yeah.
That's what's coming.
Actually, now that we're on movies, Casey, just to tie this back to conspiracies, tell everyone about Stanley Kubrick.
I don't know if I'm the one to talk about this because I love that man so... Well...
Tell people about this film that they have
Stanley
to see.
Kubrick.
Let the truth out, brother. Let the truth out.
I, like many people, I'm a huge fan of Stanley Kubrick, and the man is a genius, and I'd also like to say he's a lying scumbag piece of shit.
Why?
I just learned today that the moon landing actually did not happen. We've never landed on the moon.
Oh, yeah, this. Okay.
And Stanley Kubrick filmed the moon landing in 1969 to show to the American people, because he's such a good director, he can fool anybody.
Sure.
And it was torturing him his entire life. So in 1980, he made this movie called The Shining, in which he just put all of these codes, it's what I like to call the Shining Code, into his film, where there are numerous references to the letter A and the number 11.
Right.
Which, as we all know, Apollo 11...
That was
It's something. Something. It has something to do with something.
That was the shuttle that went to the moon.
Yeah, right. The shuttle. It wasn't... Yeah, whatever it was. Yeah. And
I think it's also the Delta Gate terminal at Tampa Airport.
I think it's also a guy that fought Rocky.
I think it is. I think it's also... I'm out of Apollo things. I don't know anything about... Oh, it's also a theater where a lot of black people go.
And it's God of the Sun.
It's the God of the Sun. And we are all blinded by the sun, so we can't actually see the truth, that is, the moon landing was fake. That's what Stanley Kubrick was trying to tell us by placing the number 1 next to the number 1 a number of times in this film to represent the fact that he felt bad about putting this lie over on the world. And
everybody has to watch this movie, The Shining Code, because it's...
The Shining Code?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like watching unintentional comedy, like bad movies. It's just like that. It's just as good. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Maybe
no contest.
Maybe,
4 minutes into it, I said, "This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my whole life."
Maybe it's just maybe there was something else that Stanley Kubrick did, and they've misinterpreted it. Maybe The Shining is something conspiratorial.
I think the conspiracy is probably that he raped an 11-year-old girl named Apollonia.
Or he had something to do with like the A11 highway outside of Norwich. No,
probably.
Yeah, that's probably not.
A1 steak sauce.
Ooh.
That's what he used to make the fake blood, and he finally told us that.
That he used to make the fake blood in the movie The Shining?
In the movie, yeah.
So he actually
He's giving away his recipe. His recipe.
Hey, if you take one of the parts of an A and you remove it, the bottom leg, it's like, and you put that.
That's an L.
No. It's like
Alf.
It's like an
Alf! Alien life form.
Stanley Kubrick never died. He just made Alf.
Well, think about an A, right, like that, and you take that part out. It's like a 9 then.
9.
11
Oh shit!
was perpetrated by Alf.
We like to call this Batman reasoning.
Yeah, do the impression.
I can't do it. You
Ice.
you had it spot on earlier.
Ice, Eagle, America, Indians, Thanksgiving. He's planning to blow up the Thanksgiving parade.
Oh, man.
That shark was pulling your leg. That sounds like something the Joker would do. But it happened at sea, and C is for Catwoman. Oh, it's all a mysterious riddle. Oh, the Riddler.
Riddle? Riddle.
Riddler. You don't suppose they've come together to defeat me.
That is one of the funnier... Actually, it's one of the funniest movies that's ever been made. I don't know if people actually get how funny it is. Like, that's corny. He's running around with that bomb and the ducks, and that's actually genuine, beautiful, beautiful comedy. And there's subversive comedy in there.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
There's that, which happened in the Batman Dark Knight film.
Yeah, remember? But it did.
There was an homage to the 67 because we had a big gigantic bomb from a helicopter and he couldn't get rid of it. Anyways, there's another scene in that Batman movie.
Wait, is that some kind of code? I feel like that's some kind of code for somebody who's going to set off a bomb.
Be in Boston.
He tried to warn us of the...
God damn it.
We should have known.
Christopher Nolan
had something to do.
Nolan Ryan. Baseball. Boston Red Sox.
A baseball stadium's going to get blown up.
Oh, man.
Oh, welcome to the Alex Jones show.
Oh!
No,
thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. You ruined my life with this whole Alex Jones thing.
Who's Alex Jones?
Yeah. Oh God, he's this fearmonger. He's got a radio show. He's like Rush Limbaugh on acid. It's just.
He was on Piers Morgan maybe a month ago.
Conspiracy theory. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's the guy that flipped out on Piers Morgan.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
You can't take our guns!
Yeah, that guy's crazy.
Yes, yeah, he is.
The Rush Limbaugh mentioned a point that you made last week, which was that he compared the young guy in the Boston bombing to Trayvon Martin.
He said, no way,
He
really?
said they're basically the same person. And just watch however all the liberal media rushes to his defense, and then it's going to... Yeah, that's what he said.
Everything is stupid. Listened to by Rush Limbaugh. I'm digging.
Here at the EIB network, the golden microphone. In fact, it's not a golden microphone. It's gray, but whatever.
So anyways, yeah, the latest conspiracy theory is that somebody's trying to perpetuate is that Bill Hicks never died. He just had facial reconstructive surgery, faked his death, and changed his name to Alex Jones and became a radio celebrity.
Yeah.
This is not a real conspiracy theory.
This is real. This is a real conspiracy theory. You can look it up on YouTube.
I found out something
This guy's been making all these videos.
I found out something even more disturbing, though.
Why would Bill Hicks
It makes no sense.
become a crazy person?
Right. Why would you... This angle is that Bill Hicks did some heinous crime, right? Like he accidentally murdered someone or something. So he had to disappear. So he got people to help him fake his death. But then he made himself famous again? Why? Why would you... Now that no one knows who I am, I'm going to become a famous internet and radio personality.
But I can understand a conspiracy theory with almost like Michael Jackson being that person. But
Sure.
Bill Hicks is like just a weird one to pick. Did
It
he
is.
die a slow, horrible death of cancer?
He
Yes,
did.
he did.
Yeah.
Like, for a long time?
Yes.
If anyone doesn't know who Bill Hicks is, by the way, I don't know why I look at the microphone when I pretend I'm talking to the audience. But if anyone doesn't know who Bill Hicks is, he's a great stand-up comic.
Yeah, and it really is a tragedy that somebody's just basically trying
Who
to
had all his
make
material
money off
stolen from him.
Someone's basically trying to make money off his death.
That
with
dude
a
was
shitty
dead,
documentary.
younger than we are now. That makes me feel bad.
How old was he when he died?
He's
32.
32.
He's funnier than us as well.
Yeah,
Well,
a lot funnier.
What's really scary though is in all of our research, because we researched for a good 35 seconds. Alex Jones is 39 years old, and if you know what Alex Jones looks like,
Alex Jones is the crazy person on
Yes.
TV.
Yeah.
who looks like he's in
Yeah,
his
I thought he was like in
50s.
his 50s.
I thought he was like
He's
55.
39. He's slightly older than I am.
Well, hopefully he... Well, how is it possible that he's Bill Hicks then?
Well, duh.
I mean, yeah.
That's all I can say to that. Well, duh.
Stupid question, Greg.
The videos are great though. This guy has like some tabloid magazine photo of Alex Jones that's taken from 10 feet away, and it's like the back angle of the left side of his head, and then he's zooming in up on it until it's just a blob of pixels, and drawing a circle around one area and saying, "See, look, you can see where the scar is from where he had his jaw rebuilt." I'm like, what?
It's probably a firearms accident. The guy's a gun nut.
You know how much money it costs to like disappear yourself and fake your own death? I mean, I don't, but I'm sure it's a lot. And there's no way
Elvis had that kind of money.
Elvis might have.
Bill Hicks, no way.
No, he was a stand-up comedian. He might have made as much money as I make now.
You know, I have to
he's
say,
not going to make tons of money doing that.
if this theory really takes off and people get into it and it becomes like a popular thing online, I think it'll be kind of funny because Alex Jones himself perpetuates conspiracies.
Oh, yeah.
And now somebody is perpetuating a conspiracy that involves him, and it'll just turn into this vicious cycle, this feedback loop where now on his show, he'll just be spending his entire show trying to prove that the conspiracy against him is not real. And it's going to be brilliant.
Okay, we have to. This is a homework for the week. We have to start making up conspiracy theories around conspiracy theorists.
Yes.
It's not a bad idea.
It's a great idea.
Meta conspiracies, right?
Yeah.
So the only reason these people are on the air propagating conspiracy theories is because actually they're the alien or the lobster person.
Yes.
I want Clyde Lewis. I listen to his show every night, so I want
That's
Clyde
the guy
Lewis.
from
Ground Zero.
Ground Zero.
I want
okay.
Clyde Lewis.
I'll take George Norrie,
Aww.
Coast to Coast. I like George,
Yeah, me too.
but he could always be knocked down a peg.
He's not a
He
conspiracy
doesn't
theorist.
start
so
conspiracies.
he's a radio broadcaster. He's a host. Sure, he's on like.
I
the
think
History
we need to
Channel
stick
once
to
in a
like
while.
fear mongering people.
Yeah, don't do George Norrie. Come on.
Okay, can I do Glenn Beck?
Yeah.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He's been. I was listening to a show on some like liberal propagandist, obviously, that was like replaying it, and he was talking about sponsoring his show by the people who build those underground bunkers.
Yeah, it's
for the end times.
It's true. I listen to his show every day.
Really?
Yeah, bunkers, gold selling companies, and people who sell seeds. People who sell companies who sell seeds. Companies who will sell you a week's worth of food in a backpack.
What?
Yes.
Just in case because you couldn't put the food together and get a backpack. You have to buy the kits.
It's food that'll last for like 15 years.
Canned
And that
food.
Glenn Beck claims to have been into this stuff for so long that he's had the food long enough to where it's almost expired, so he had to eat it, and he claims that it's delicious.
Okay, that's bullshit.
That's
Exactly.
That's not even a good selling point.
Well, you should listen to the Glenn Beck show. It's one of the better
Well,
selling
sure,
points
yeah.
on his show.
If I was selling shit to survivalists, I would say, It's not good, but it'll help you live. That make them feel like they're doing something that's tough.
Right.
You're not going to enjoy this.
Well, exactly.
You're going to be a tough
It's
guy.
hard to get down, but it'll stay fresh for 100 years.
Glenn Beck is not pandering to survivalists, so Glenn Beck is pandering to middle class, upper middle class wackos who like, I want to be safe for the future, but I also kind of want it to taste good.
You know what we need? We need Serge from Beverly Hills Cop 3. Where he sells like
idea.
the gun that has a radio and a microwave and it shoots a net.
Yeah.
It's like
It's got grappling hooks in it. And
for the yuppie who wants to be like prepared for everything.
What Glenn Beck's really selling these days, you guys don't listen to a show at all, ever?
No.
You know what Glenn, he's got his own television station now, right?
But on the internet.
I watched that.
No.
I watched an episode of his TV show.
No!
Oh.
Network!
Like a real network?
Oh,
It's
what?
called The Blaze. They show it on Dish.
I thought there was like
TV.
just a website.
It started as a website. Now it's a legitimate. The word legitimate should not go anywhere in this. It is an actual, real, live television network. Okay, it's his response to Current being bought by Al Jazeera. Got it?
Yeah.
So he comes out with The Blaze, which was his paranoid website, but now it's a regular television station that you can get on Dish TV. And basically half of his show every day is talking to his listeners saying, look, if you don't have the Blaze TV, please call your cable provider and tell them you want an alternative to the Al Jazeera nonsense that's perpetuated upon
Nobody
them all
watches
day.
Current. What's he worried about? No one watches
I
Current
just
TV.
thought of.
So,
I just.
God, you guys should
I'm
listen
gonna
to
check
Glenn
that
Beck.
out. I'm gonna check that out. You just gave me an idea. I don't know where the connection is here, but I thought of something we can sell to these survival nuts.
Nuts.
No.
Survival nuts.
It's a brilliant idea. I should call them survival nuts.
That's great. We have to do that. We have to do that. That's brilliant.
Doomsday preppers do it with their hammers.
I was gonna say
Pistachios. Survival nuts.
we sell them a water filter that's a catheter, so it filters your urine into drinkable water.
Is this Dune?
You have to,
No, it's Waterworld.
but you have to wear it as a catheter.
Oh, man.
It only works if you insert it into your
It's the best system. It hurts like a bitch.
Yes.
But it's the best.
Yeah.
That's what it is to be a survivalist.
Yeah.
So you don't lose a drop of moisture.
Oh my god.
Again, it's not survivalists, though, man. It's yuppies. It's yuppies that are paranoid. That's what you're trying to sell this stuff to.
Survival nuts. We have to do.
That's actually brilliant because you're just giving them a subtle jab every time they put down, like, you can't sell them the nuts for $3.50. You have to sell them for $9.50, of course, because they're special survival nuts.
Yeah, and they would last forever anyway. Canned nuts.
Exactly.
Oh god. Well, this week's episode of Everything is Stupid brought to you by Survival Nuts. Get them in your local Army surplus store.
Dial 1-800-8-BRAVE for your...
Dial 1-800-8-BRAVE to order your survival nuts today.
That's 1-800-APE as in primate without a tail, rape as in forceful, unlawful, carnal knowledge. Thanks for listening.
Lord, have you heard the making of new dirty words are singing? Goddamn, holy shit, Jesus Christ. The slinging more